The setting is the biggest tent of its kind in the world. The show is no less ambitious. When Madame Zingara's started in a small restaurant, it was booked out for weeks at a time. Sadly, the original venue was lost in a fire. But keeping the formula and the faith, chef turned entrepreneur Richard Griffin has turned his take on dinner theatre into an extravaganza.
Richard.
Hey, welcome.
Hey, oh, okay.
Cheers.
Well, that's how you do it.
Theatre of Dreams.
Thank you. Well, I suppose it is a celebration. 15 years.
Who would have thought, eh? What started off as a 2-year mission, 15 years down the line, and yeah, here we sit.
What's different about this show?
I think the biggest difference is the space. It's the height of the tent. You've got, 12.5-meter flying space, which truly transforms your entire experience. Lighting, technical is unbelievable. Your troops are bigger on stage. From China, we have the Diabolo Girls, a 7-girl act. Yeah, it's breathtaking. An incredible experience for our guests.
Essential to the show's success is making the guests feel part of this fantasy world, whilst never losing the physical proximity of performances by artists like Gran Canario's Saulo Sarmiento.
Saulo, you've been in the theatrical business for years. Where did it all start for you?
I saw a Cirque du Soleil DVD, and then I just became a fan, and I say, okay, I want to do that in my life. I want to be a Cirque du Soleil acrobat. And that's how it starts.
You mentioned Cirque du Soleil. Eventually, you actually worked for them.
It was really difficult because I'm from Canary Islands, a small island, but there's nothing there to train on this. But luckily, I find one trainer that just come back from London, and then he teach me a lot, and then I just start to move all around and finding my way just to rise to Cirque du Soleil. It was my goal. But then on the way, I discovered many other things that you can do as an artist, as a performer.
Is there a difference working on such a big production and then on something more intimate like this one?
Here in Madame Zingara, you're really close to the audience. You can play with them. In Cirque du Soleil or big productions, you are far away. So it's kind of a difference. So both of them, they're beautiful, because it's different things. But here you can play, you can touch, you can look at them. And this is interesting for me. It's another way to work with the audience here. So this is quite special for me and makes some magic on the show.
At its heart lies a dining experience catering to 650 people a night. When Richard Griffin began working in kitchens at the age of 13, he couldn't have known it would play out like this. He's created work for performing artists like Christine Chapman and Ezekiel Sosa, whose act makes an art of the quick backstage costume change.
Hello.
Ezekiel, you guys are together for real, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's a good thing, because I've never seen a man undress a woman so fast in my life.
Too much work, huh?
That's a lot of work, but we manage.
Yeah.
I would imagine a huge amount of prep goes into an act like that.
We do. It takes us about 3 hours to set up. Every costume, every prop has to be set, put down perfectly the way it must be. The smallest little thing can make a huge mistake and you can be standing on stage half naked. It takes a lot of work and concentration to get it down to that last little 6 minutes that you actually see.
Now, if contortionists never struck you as having this kind of appeal, then all that's changed in this triple-strength act by Ukrainian performers Larissa, Evgenia and Elena.
You guys have been all over the world with your show, and now you're here in South Africa. How have you enjoyed it so far?
For us, it's an amazing experience because we've worked before in lots of variety and circus, but in this place is everything complete, like organization of the show, public, amazing people, cool crowd. The country is beautiful. We visit a lot of places here, so it's just amazing for us.
I would imagine a lot of hard work goes into prepping for each show.
We started when we was young, since 7 years old, and we are practicing like 5-6 times a day. 2-3 hours to make it. It's lots of stretching, special power exercises, some secrets we have also, of course, and we are doing this to be on stage just 5 minutes. Many people say, oh, what is your work? You work just 5 minutes on the stage, but they don't know what is behind this. Some pain, some injuries, of course, but we love our work.
And of course you have to stay good friends as well, right?
This is a funny question because, yeah, not always, because it's a woman group, and as people know, women's is very specific, and all of us have character like strong, and sometimes, of course, we have conflict, but we have to find some solution to be together.
Martin Alves and Beth Williams take the tango to unexplored heights in this acrobatic dance of love. one of many for which choreographer Sam Kotzer is responsible.
They make it look so easy, don't they?
They do.
This is different to your usual big top in that the guests almost sit on the stage. Is safety a big factor?
We take safety very, very seriously. We've got floor managers, balcony managers. My biggest details is the artists, so I look after them.
They make it look very easy, but let's be honest, it's not, is it?
Not at all. These guys make it look very, very easy, but straps is one of the hardest aerial acts out there.
Pull the locker down and then hold on to this bit.
All right. Okay.
And then we hold
Okay.
tight.
I should have warmed up for this, right? Woo! My word! Look at that! Whoa.
Wait.
Nico felt his audition went well. The choreographer said she'll get back to him. Catch this remarkable show until September 26th in Cape Town and then at Monte Casino in Joburg from the 4th of November to the 31st of December.